Hello and welcome to Hero Life. My name is Paulie. This is Dan. And today we are talking about sleep and the quality that you can receive and perhaps the quality that you're not receiving. Uh, a couple of things that we wanted to discuss when it comes to this is the things that you might be doing before nap time. The one thing that is on the top of everyone's mind is really just getting on that phone and staying there for a good solid period of time. Have you got any experience with this, Dan?
Absolutely. I did make a commitment though some time ago to not bring the phone into the bedroom. I don't always get it right, but most of the time I do. And for me, it's just about the discipline act of following the habit that I've created, which is before I go to bed, I put my phone on the charger, I put it on airplane mode, I walk into the bedroom, screen free and ready to sleep, chat, read, and do something more wholesome and beneficial.
Yeah, you are spot on. And I've got to also draw on an experience I had this morning when it came to the other side of having a phone and relying on a phone to wake you up. For some reason, it did not wake me up when it came to the alarm this morning. Could have had to do with an interrupted sleep last night. God bless you, Jude. But um, uh, it was a completely something related to the phone that has never happened to me before in my life. But the purpose we are talking about this for is really before we go to sleep. That the science behind why we keep our phones out of our rooms and why you have been so diligent in keeping your phone out of your room is the emission of blue light that comes into your face, into your eyes, and throughout your body as you go to sleep. And that's sending a signal to your body to wake up. It's delaying the onset of melatonin, which is your sleep hormone, which allows you to really, really wind down and get into that sleepy state. And it's actually telling you to wake up, increase your elevated levels of cortisol, which is what happens when you wake up and you step into the sunlight, the same blue light that that sun has when it expresses itself to your body. So you can tell in the modern society and the modern world that we live in, how confused our bodies are. I know very, very few people who aren't scrolling throughout their phones the minutes before they go to sleep. And from a biological standpoint, your body's like, wait a second. Is it nighttime or is it morning? What's going on here?
Yeah, I appreciate how you spoke about what happens in the morning because we also talk about like the morning routine starts the evening before. So if we've got ourselves sorted with a really clean space to go to bed with minimal distractions, we're going to get a quality sleep. And then, of course, when you wake up, if you're the first thing you're doing is checking your phone, you miss out on so many great moments of either being with the kids, doing some movement, having a glass of water, whatever your practices are in the morning, you can just go for it straight away without being distracted by just notifications, the news, and whatever it is that you do. So it's a really good opportunity to take it out of the room. So you've just got this clean space when you walk into the bedroom for sleep and you wake up and it's like, what is the first thing I can do today to have the best possible day? And
Hmm.
I guess if you ask yourself the question, is reading like the news going to be the best way to start to the day? I'll leave that that question open for you to respond.
Well, well, I'm going to respond to it because for me personally, it's like the worst thing for me to have.
Mm.
And there's a reason for that because the news is not to get, on my soapbox, but very clearly the news is designed to create fear in our lives. And that's not to say that, it's not relevant at points. It's important to know what's going on in world news. It's important to know what's going on in your own backyard, but it's also important to consider your biology and your emotions before you go to sleep and as soon as you wake up. So you have the ability to be able to have control over those emotions and your biology. And a really, really practical way of doing that is by taking your phone out of your bedroom. Dan, you have a great strategy of still being able to wake up but having your phone out of your bedroom. Do you want to discuss that briefly?
I just have a clock.
What's that? What's that?
Yeah, it was a great gift from my wife because I really wanted to make the change there. I just felt like I was being led around by the phone and being mastered by the phone, and I just it wasn't that I looked at that circumstance as like such a negative thing. I just looked at what could I do with my time that's more positive. And like I said, it's like going into the bedroom and just being able to chat with Romy or read a book. I mean, like read an actual book, not on a phone, not even on a Kindle. I'm just reading a book, and there's just something really nice about that touch and that physical product there that I've got to work with. And you know, journaling sometimes comes into it, but I've got no distractions, and like I actually enjoy. I think everyone has this notification on a Sunday how many hours you've spent on your phone.
Yeah.
And it just automatically comes up. And I kind of like it because it shows me that I'm constantly tracking down. And I think it's happening because I spend time on my phone during the day, but when the kids are home, I do my best to put it to the side. And in the evening, I try and keep it out of the bedroom. I use a clock. Where possible, I'm on my computer as well, which I feel like is a much more like focused period of using my energy and my focus. The phone's just always there, so it's so easy just to mindlessly be with the phone. And I just rather put more intention in how I use technology. And I'm still learning, and I'm still like falling over many days a week, but the intention is there, and I'm pretty committed, and I've got people around me to support me in that too.
It's so good. Just like, you know, you sometimes batch work tasks. It's important to batch life tasks. And this is a really, really common hindrance that a lot of people can you know, be a servant to. So it's for me personally, I'm making a really conscious effort to batch my text messages and WhatsApp messages, and God knows how many WhatsApp groups we're all members of. And you know, it's it all gets a little bit too much sometimes. But if you can, you know, batch it to say an hour a day, or something of the like, in an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, and then there you go. You're no longer a slave to your phone. You have control over your time with it.
And that's creating a habit, and then it's about staying relentlessly disciplined to activate that each day, and then it becomes second nature, and you just don't think about it. It just happens instinctively, and that's what we're striving for here: instinctive abilities to just lead a happy and healthy life.
And like you said before, having the support around you to have you be accountable to those tasks is such an important ingredient to this. So if you guys are struggling to you know, reach those goals, or even set out to identify those goals, and then the next step is really making it a consistent habit of you know, reaching those goals, reach out to us. We'd love to have a conversation with you and just break down exactly how we can do this in a non-intimidating fashion, step by step, day by day, where you can wake up a few months from now and be in complete control of your own body and your environment.
Yeah, love it, love it. Look forward to hearing from anyone or everyone, and hopefully this has helped to set your intention for how you use technology.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Paulie. Thanks, everyone.